What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rudy's Chile. Officially gonna call it. I want to take my hobby to another level, guys. And I've been really thinking about being an entrepreneur and just making some money out of my passion. Sorry about that. But I know it's gonna take a lot of work to get there. And I don't really think that peppers alone is what is going to get me there. But it is a passion that I have. This will ultimately be my genesis, my beginning point. And it is because of peppers that I've actually gotten to this point. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a pepper update and, just show you guys the progress in my grow garden. The last time you guys saw my update, I had just moved in my pepper plants indoors. My wife had let me, thankfully, get my own grow room inside my own place. So thank you to my wife. She has to deal with a lot, and I don't think I could have ever married such a lovely wife that would put up with as much things as this pepper hobby would put a married couple through. So shout out to my wife. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I hear all these pepper lovers post or updates that are married, and I just think to myself, this is so funny that the things that we put our spouses through, but even female pepper lovers put their spouses through this. And it's not just male pepper lovers, or it's not just those pepper lovers in general. So for 2018, did something different. This is gonna be a very long video, and I apologize ahead of time. But there's a lot of data in here, and it's really hard to concise it into a 10-minute video with catchy music that will help break it down. My son is in the background. This is an indoor grow. This is gonna be live. So I apologize if we hear any background noises or if I get interrupted for anything that my wife or kids may need. So let's do this. All right, so let's just start by saying thank you. This year I traded some really cool seeds from my pepper loving community, and also from a fellow pepper lover that's part of the pepper community, but also part of the Facebook community. And I think that I'm growing most of his seeds in here, and I would say his name, but I'm not sure that I want to say his name and bombard him with requests. But his work is in his passion, and if you see any of his pictures, I'm sure that you will know exactly who this is. But I'm really thankful. Thank you, my friend from Italy. I'm really thankful for a lot of the plants that you've given me, and I mean, quite honestly, they are some beautiful plants. Well, let's start with the pepper seeds that he traded with me. So as we pan over to the left, you'll see that I have 4 Ucha cream plants. They are variegated white. and long pods that are prone upwards. These are ornamental pepper plants, and I know that Charles from our pepper loving community is growing them as well. This is part of his bonsai entry, and I'm really glad that I'm growing them myself as well. They've come a long way. They struggled with cheap premium soil from Walmart that I ultimately ended up replacing um, with Fox Farm soil, the Oceans brand. So they're bouncing back and they're doing really great. I'm really thankful that I'm able to grow these. So thank you, my friend from Italy. Show you guys a little pan, variegated white with white flowers, no actual purpling, and that'll give me a nice segue into my explosive amber peppers. We are looking at 2 explosive amber peppers. They do have gorgeous flowers, purple flowers, and these are ornamental as well. The pods are prone. I do have one pepper pod forming here, and I do pollinate these plants with a toothbrush, my toothbrush, because my wife would get mad if I used anybody else's toothbrush. But these are my Ucha cream and my explosive amber. And if we go up, we have a couple more Ucha. If we go a couple up, we have my more explosive ambers and a fluorescence pepper. I think this is a F2 from my friend from Italy. They are variegated white, and the pods, unlike the Ucha cream, come out multicolored. Well, they mature multicolored. So more on that as they mature. But as you can tell, these are some pretty cool looking leaves. And I think I saw a fellow member from the pepper loving community do a video review of them. He called them something else, but they look very similar to what my friend from Italy is growing. But that's the third variant, or the third pepper variety that he sent me. Fourth pepper variety that he sent me was Buena Mulata. And I actually posted it as Buena Mulato. I apologize. That is not the name. I have 2, and one is it is doing very well. It's this one. The pods are purple. And by the way, this is growing from Barinda's Garage 650 T grow lights. Anything from 500K to 650K lumens will help you grow your plants, and these ones went to flower and are producing pods. So if you guys are wondering, yeah, these Barinda garage lights can help you grow pepper plants indoors. And I got 6 4-foot T8 LED lights for $50. Sorry guys if I'm talking too slow, but I'm trying to process all of this as I'm going through it. So, I got 2, and this is my second one. I'm not really impressed with this one. Pods are kind of, not as prominent, or there's a specific word that escapes me, but it's not doing as well as the other one. But you see all the different flowers. The flowers are white with a purple vignette. Very beautiful flowers. Pods are, purple, and the undersides are also, they do have a highlight of purple as well. And I think that will complete the peppers varieties that my friend from Italy sent me. So either way, I'd like to say a big thank you. I am super thankful. I cannot wait to cross these. It is gonna be amazing to see the new crosses that I could come up with, hopefully. And speaking of crosses, well, let's go into what I think is a pepper cross. And I say this, guys, because I crossed it without emasculating my flower. So this is gonna be an experience. It's gonna be a learning lesson, and it's hopefully gonna be something that I can say I did this year. If not, then once my Jamaican Scotch bonnet produces more flowers, which is outside and it's suffering from the cold, but it's still dark green. I know it's gonna live for another year, and I know that this year that's coming up is gonna produce mad pods. And if you guys know anything about my Jamaican Scotch bonnet plant, I have nothing but good things to say about it. It is definitely one of the pods to grow. Smoky, great flavor, and it complements a lot of the cheese dishes that you would want to put in there. Just to give you guys an idea. This, what you see here, is hopefully an F2. Trying to get this without breaking any branches, because this is a pod roof or a grow tent or a grow update, and I really don't want to break a branch. But you know what? Holding one camera, one hand, there we go. Alright. This is what I'm calling the Loquito Scotch bonnet. It is a cross from a Jamaican Scotch bonnet and a pepper that's grown in Europe, which is called a loco pepper. You can look it up. It is an ornamental. The local pepper is an ornamental pepper plant, and it is low growing. It does not grow high, and I specifically crossed these two because if you're anybody that is limited in space, which is what a lot of us have to deal with now these days, with limited space, I'm going to come up with a line of peppers that are a decent size, that don't require much space and grow great in pots. So if you guys want to bookmark me on my progress and the things that I do, I am going to be bringing a lot of new products for you growers that have limited space. But this is my Loquito Scotch bonnet. The pods in the local pepper plant grow multicolored. They grow out green, and then they mature into a purple, which here you're seeing it's turning into a purple. And then the pods are prone, and they start maturing into a yellow then orange, and then a red. And then when they turn red, then they are mature. They're a pretty decent size. Let's say that this is about a little bit larger than a diamond, and just to give you guys an idea, the Jamaican Scotch bonnet plant has thick stems holding up the actual pepper pod, which this has, but it is prone, so which is what the mom plant would have, and it is turning a color, which is what, you know, the local pepper would have. The pods, the flowers came out white, which is what the dad would have.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a pod review, a garden review, Mama. I'm doing a garden review. You want to say hi?
Yeah.
Okay, come here.
Hi.
You're so pretty, Mama. I love you.
I love you.
Say like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
I love you. Okay, go play with Mommy then, okay?
Come on.
That's my beautiful daughter. I support her in everything that she does, and you know, as a parent, when they suffer, you suffer as well. And gone through some really troubling times with her and her condition, but that's another personal story, guys. I'll share that maybe with you guys later if you guys have any conditions with children that have seizures. But for now, let's just focus on the peppers, because I don't want to bring. I don't want to talk about that right now. This is about pepper plants. So anyway, so the flower comes out like white, just like the Jamaican Scotch bonnet. No actual purple outlining like the local pepper would have. However, the Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper plant would have much larger flowers, and they would be heavy, droopy, and they tend to fertilize themselves or pollinate themselves because the pollen just drops down onto the stymie. But this is one. Sorry about the long introduction, guys. And if you see one, you see two, you see three, you see four, you see five, you see six. I'm just trying to make sure I get this right. This is six. Just six for now. That might be seven over there, that one. But I'm not sure yet. There's no label on that one. There's that one mystery pepper plant that we all have. I planted 17 seeds, and as you can see, not all of them came up. So, you know, I'm working with possibly 7 different mutations, and that's what you're ultimately trying to get. When you're... Oh, my legs are falling asleep. When you're growing... when you're growing pepper plants, or you're trying to create your own cross, you try to plant as many seeds as possible to create as many mutations as possible, because you really don't know what you're going to get. And that's how you create variegated leaves like these. It's from a lack of a specific nutrition, that deficiency that creates this, but it passes on genetically. And you can get different pods, like these ones. You know, depending on what mutation you create, the pod would mutate, the leaves would mutate, the plant would mutate, where you would find just 1 pod per node, you would find 3 per node. You would find just 1 node. You would find that one grows different branching than the other ones. So, you know, there's many things that will happen when you actually create a cross. And then the plant right next to it would have downward facing pods like this one. Little yellow. Hopefully it's not going to fall off. As you can see, my plants are loaded with flowers, but I wish they all would stick, but that's not the case. And plants drop flowers, period. And you can take all the steps you want to try and prevent flower drop, but plants drop flowers. Some more plants, some more pods. And more pods. So these are, as you can see, downward facing. And then I got a little friend right here. I planted some seeds for flower, and you know, I thought that I would get a lot of flowers because I said, this is the year, guys. This is the year that I actually get bees to come and visit me, and I'm gonna attract them with flower plants. And I went to the store and I bought these are my wife's favorite, and I bought these are me. Oh, and I just lost some seeds and I'm losing them live on video. Bloopers. Some zinnias. These are me. These are my wife. Super stingy with the seeds, guys. I'm gonna give Burpee a review. You guys only gave me 4 seeds per seed pot in an 8 cell. These are super cool looking plants, flowers, marigolds that are white. But you only gave me a limited amount. I get that. Anyways. Teddy bear. Sunflower seeds, super cool. I got some in here. Wait, there. These are in here. Right there. These are cool. These are like yellow daisies with purple centers. That's cool. And then these open up all wide. They're pretty cool looking. Poppy ladybird. 99 cent store has seeds, guys. 56 cents. They don't have like everything, but forget-me-nots? Come on now. Oh, snap. Don't tell my wife. I bought 2 forget-me-nots. Shit. I've been found out. Alicia's. And candy tuft. Pretty cool looking plants. They'll attract a lot of flowers. I mean, they'll attract a lot of bees. Anyways, let's move on, guys. Super chili.
We're talking.
Super chili. Some more super chili. The root system on these are amazing. I'm gonna genetically grow some pretty dominant plants. Definitely recommend that you guys invest in microbial supplementations. Definitely recommend. You guys have to invest in microbial supplementation, and if not, compost tea. Compost tea. I read a book on I forget the name of it, but I read a book on actually increasing the organic life in your soil and how it can help your plants do better. And this product here has definitely greened up my plants, and I think that this is one of the reasons why my flowers are coming out so many and why some of my pods are sticking, because I'll have the nutrients in it. I mean, I grow this from this Oceans brand soil that is not it's top dollar for the product, so you know it's in there. And so they're putting pods out. General Organics. I'm not trying to market out, guys. I'm definitely not the guy that you want to reach out to and ask, what product do you recommend? Because I like to try and use products that are sustainable and that you can create at home. But I mean, honestly, guys, I have to take the bullet because I don't know how to reproduce this stuff yet. I mean, I could try and blend some aloe vera to duplicate this, but then I have to go to the ocean and get seaweed. And this stuff right here is from compost, so I could technically get that from Compost Tea. And this stuff right here, I tried creating that with eggshells and vinegar, and I think that did some crazy stuff to my soul. I'm not so confident on that. Of course, this is just sugar to feed the microbes in my soil. Got some CO2 being created in here. I put some actual oyster mushrooms spores in there, and that's being inoculated. You guys want to see that? That thing is inoculated. You may think, why are you growing this in here? That's an interesting question,
Take a
guys.
bath, Daddy.
Okay, but Daddy's doing a review right now, Mama. I'll give you a shower right now. So why am I doing that? Why am I growing fungus spores in my grow room? Well, let's go a little higher. Let's look at things in a different perspective. To grow plants, you need 3 things. And I'm going to mess this up. I just know
Take
it.
a bath.
Okay. When Daddy's done, Mama. You need light, sunlight. And the second thing you need is water. And the third thing you need is CO2. I'm actually creating a lot of CO2 in here by talking up a storm and everything, but I'm not going to be here every day doing talking, that's not what people do in their grow room or whatever. The whole thing of talking to your plant helps your plant grow because they sense that you love them is kind of true. When you are talking to your plants, you're giving them CO2, which is one of the things that they use to create sugars.
No.
And so when you're helping your plants create sugars, they burn it at night, and that is how they grow. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium will definitely help. Nitrogen to help you grow your leaves, and potassium to help you strengthen your roots, and phosphorus to increase your plant's immune system, or I may have it backwards. But you need those main nutrients, and then you go into your macronutrients, which is a whole other story, but I'm not going to get into it. But CO2, light, and water. You need that to start off with, and you need a ventilation system. This fan is sitting in aged wood chips with oyster shell spores, and I make sure that it has some moisture and it never gets any light, but it has holes drilled all around it. And when my fan turns on, which is turned off right now for the purpose of the video, and it is on a timer. This is my timer. I know this is a lot. The CO2 pushes that and goes into my plants, and it helps my plant grow. And where I had just nothing but little cells and whatnot. You can't see cells, you see a whole bunch of greenery now. I mean, this indoor garden is looking like a garden. It doesn't look like it's on wood. And yes, I do have a tarp underneath here to protect the wood from getting wet, because that is definitely something I don't want to damage. I also have a sunflower in here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in here and view this without distorting the actual light, but this is a red velvet sunflower plant. I have another one right next to it. This actually flowered in here, and I give that thanks to my Miracle Grow fertilizer, which just put a lot of my plants into wank. This goji berry right here, J Herb, shout out to you, J Herb. I'm really thankful to have you as my friend, buddy. Goji berry, supposedly superfood, but either way, guys, I grow a lot of veggies. I'm a big pepperhead, and I need to get some. I need to get some fruit in here, dude, because uh, there's just quite an imbalance on veggie peppers and tomatoes. I grew tomatoes too, by the way, and they just did not do good in these grow lights. So not everything will do good in grow lights or with LED garage lights. So here I'm doing okay with flowers and peppers, and tomatillos and chipilín. Oh God, guys, with some chicken soup. I think you guys call them longhorn rattle plants. They grow as a weed, but I mean, these are so good. They have yellow flowers. We just eat the leaves. We strip them and put them in chicken soups. From El Salvador, guys. Chipilín. Look it up. It's a good spinach alternative, and it's actually nutrition packed. So for impoverished cities that lack nutrients, this is the plant. It's a legume, so it's a nitrogen fixer as well. Cool fact to know about that plant. This plant right here is from my friend. Here, the light's distorting the actual video. Sorry, let me back up. Okay, so this plant right here is from my friend Mr. Garcia Farms. Thank you for saying my name on your video. Big shout out to you, homie. This is my brother from another mother. Yeah. Well, he gave me this plant right here. Well, he gave me a seed, and what happens when you give me seeds is they become plants. And my wife said, no more plants. But she didn't know that I could still get seeds, and well, seeds grow into plant. And now she's thinking about how she phrased that, but Black Scorpion. This thing is awesome. Flowers are white and purple as well. I haven't had any of them actually get pollinated and stick, but I'm gonna go at them with my toothbrush pretty soon. But I got 1, 2, and 3. So I'm super cool, stoked about that. These plants are in 3x5s, and this plant needs to move, and this plant needs to move as well. So I have I'm gonna do this in a year. 1 gallon square pots coming in the mail. Amazon Prime, guys. So waiting for that. I just ordered that. And then here, Chichameca pepper plants. The Chichameca pepper plant itself was a gift to my stepdad, and I was able to obtain seeds because the pepper itself was so good, so sweet, so savory, so addicting, and not overpowering. I decided to grow some myself. And if you see here, sorry guys, there's a little tag right here. This pepper is crossed with this pepper. Should be interesting. Mini choco or chocolate bell peppers. My dad gave me this Hawaiian plant. It's not a edible, it's just an ornamental. And I'm rescuing this Chinese 5 color. So let's see what happens. But that is my pepper grow. Oh wait, hold on. Ghost pepper cross from Pepper Donkey. I'm really thankful for the pepper loving community, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this pepper update. Vincas, in case you guys were wondering, these are vincas, just ornamental plants or flower plants. And that is it. Thank you for watching.